Hello everyone, welcome to Grace Explained. My name is Sebastian, I'm a tour guide in Athens, and in today's video we're talking about Chania's best hotels. Now, Chania can be divided into two parts, the Old Town and the New Town. The Old Town is the part of the city that was built by the Venetians between the 13th and 16th century. It's a maze of narrow, picturesque alleys with a few very old churches and a few mosques as well, since the Turks ruled over Crete for some time too. The New Town, on the other hand, was built by us, the Greeks, mostly in the 1950s, 1960s, and so it's definitely less beautiful and historical compared to the Old Town. And surprisingly, hotels have similar prices whether you're located in the Old Town or the New Town, so I think it's a no-brainer. You should pick the Old Town because hotels are much nicer there. Now, the Old Town itself can be divided into two parts. The Old Port, also called the Venetian Port, and the rest. The Old Port is Chania's most iconic landmark. It's actually also Crete's most iconic postcard picture. You'll see that image everywhere. And guess what? Some of these houses there you can stay at because they have been transformed into gorgeous boutique hotels. And sometimes you even have this incredible view from your balcony. The first hotel I want to recommend there at the Old Port is Elia Zabeliou, which is that yellow building. It's a guest house divided into 3 rooms, 2 of which have a balcony with this amazing view. Prices start around $250 per night. And as always, the prices I'm sharing are those for high season. So if you come during shoulder season, which is April, May, and October, you can expect prices lower than that. I'm going to put QR codes for every hotel I'm going to talk about and also leave all the links below the video. So in case you want to book one of these places and you want to support me at the same time, feel free to use all these links. All right, next we have the Delfino Hotel and Spa. It's one of Chania's very rare 5-star hotels. And as you would expect from a 5-star, it looks incredible. Prices start around $300 per night during high season, and as the name suggests, there's also a spa in this hotel. Next we have Porto del Colombo, a beautiful medieval building. This is one of my absolute favorites in this video. It's a 4-star hotel. They have 15 rooms, most of which have sea view, and all of this for like $150 per night. That's a really good deal. Next we have the Alcania Boutique Hotel with 8 rooms, some of which have a balcony like this. And the ground floor of the building is a cafe/restaurant that belongs to them as well, so that's where you'll have your breakfast in the morning if you're staying there. Prices start around $150 per night. Next, there's the Casa Leone Hotel. This one is a 3-star. They only have 5 rooms, so you need to be fast, most of which have this beautiful view. Prices also start at $150 per night. Next, we have the Elia Palatino Hotel. They have 8 rooms, and half of them are facing the port and have these balconies. This one is a bit more upscale, and prices start around $250 per night. And by the way, on top of being a YouTuber, I'm also a tour guide in Athens, in case you didn't know. So if you're coming to Athens and you want me to show you around, here's my Instagram page with all the information. Now, as you might have noticed, these boutique hotels rarely have more than 10-12 rooms because, you know, they're old and tiny buildings, and that means they sell out really fast. So what if by the time you're watching this video, everything's gone already? Well, there's one hotel located on the opposite side of the port called Porto Veneziano, and that one has way more rooms since it's actually a modern building, not one of these old small ones. And another cool feature of this one is that it's actually facing west, and so that means you can catch the sunset from your balcony, which you don't have from the other side of the port. And by the way, you will have realized that most of these hotels have Italian names like Porto Veneziano we just saw. Don't worry, this video is about Greece, not Italy, but it's an homage to the Venetians who built Chania and all these houses pretty much 500 years ago. All right, this was for the Old Port area. Now let's look at the rest of the town, where rooms are a little cheaper than at the Old Port, since you don't really have any view from your balcony. The first hotel I want to recommend there is Bozzali. It's these few houses down there, just opposite to the Venetian walls, which means that from your balcony, you have front row seats to admire these 500-year-old walls, which I think is pretty cool. And considering rooms there start at just $100 per night, this is the absolute best deal in Chania, in my opinion. But they only have 12 rooms, so Don't wait for too long. Next, there's the Minaret Suites and Apartments. Most rooms have balconies overlooking the street. Prices start around $120 per night, so this is also a pretty good deal. And if you're wondering why there's a minaret there, which is a Muslim thing, well, that's because Crete was ruled by the Ottoman Empire, so Turkey, from 1645 all the way until 1898, and so the traces of Islam are still visible in some parts of Crete. Next, we have the Jonas Boutique Hotel, a very cute and old place. Rooms start around $180 per night, and there's this very cute shared patio on the upper floor. Next, we have Elia Palazzo Hotel. This one has sea view from most balconies because it's actually very close to the port. There's also this shared rooftop that I really like, and prices start at $180 per night. Now, if you're ready to put a bit more money, then I would go for the Monastery Estate Venetian Harbor, which is a beautifully renovated Venetian mansion with these private swimming pools on the rooftop in case you're booking the honeymoon suite. Prices range from $300 to $450 per night. All right, now what if all the places I mentioned so far are sold out? Which, you know, if you're watching this 2-3 months before coming, might unfortunately be the case already. Well, I have 3 more hotels for you located in the new town, but just outside of the old town. And that means the buildings there are much newer, which also means much bigger. And those ones should still have some availability for you. And even though you're not in the old town itself, you're literally 1 block away from it. So I think it's okay. The first one is Kidon, located just across the street from the Agora. So you have this very nice view from most rooms and from the eating area. Prices start around $150 per night. The second hotel there is Crete Hotel. Prices also start around $150 during high season. There's a shared swimming pool. And if you're located on the upper floors, you will even have sea view from there. And finally, there's the San Sal Boutique Hotel. Now, this is by far the most luxurious one of this video. There's this amazing shared swimming pool on the rooftop with sea view. Of course, you can also catch the sunset from up there. Absolute paradise. All rooms have a sea view as well. Some even have a private pool. Prices range from $300 to $600 per night. All right, this was for Chania. If you're also planning on staying for at least 1 night in Iraklio, Crete's other big city, here's my hotel selection for that. And for the amazing olive oil and wine tour in Chania, amazing stuff, you can watch this one. And there you go. That's it for today. Hope you liked it. See you next one. Bye.